All right, this is going to be a mini chit chat. So it's not going to be a review. It's not going to be a comparison. It's not going to be my official thoughts. Honestly, this is just going to be like a little introduction to the Momcozy Air1, or as I've been calling it, the Momcozy A1, because it just rolls off my tongue easier. So this, again, isn't going to be a review. This isn't going to be a persuasion to buy or not to buy. It's just going to share with you what I'm seeing on my side of the camera when I'm using this, and just things that I've honestly been finding as I've been using. So like not just taking out of the box and putting it in my bra, but like taking out of the box, putting it in my bra, using it, playing with the app, seeing what the capabilities are, and really gauging it from there like you're supposed to when you review something. All right, so in the next minute or two, let's break it down and let's show you all the bells and whistles. Okay, we know we've seen this before. This is a charging case, okay? I'm not gonna talk about any names, no competitors, no comparisons, but we have seen this before. And if you know anything about my reviews, you know that I do prefer, now that it's in arm's reach, to use a charging case while out on the go. I have found that it makes life a bit easier because you're not worried about things charging, because the charge is held within the case, and then as the pumps get set in, they're gonna recharge. You can't really beat it. It's kind of a no-brainer. It does make traveling with your pumps easier. So what did they do? They made it themselves. So now Momcozy Air1, or the A1, has a charging case. So when I saw that, I was like, wow, all right, here we go again. Let's do this. It's pretty cool. What else did they do? Well, let me show you. So when you get the box, you're gonna read, it says easy alignment. And you're like, easy alignment? How easy can alignment be? And oftentimes, very, very often, I get the question, how do you align your nipple? Because you can't see inside of a pump. Well, whoever's over at Momcozy doing their designing has been listening to these concerns, or maybe they're seeking it out in other forums and seeing what everybody's biggest complaints are, because they're like, let's fix this for these women, because it is a big concern and we know how to do it. Well, they did. I'm gonna call this pump the fish tank for your boobs, because it is so easy to put in. Look right down on your nipple and you're going to be able to see your alignment clear as day. Honest to God, it's gonna be like a little eel swimming in there, and you're gonna know where to center it up, because you can look in, you can see your milk filling, and you can see your nipple being suctioned in. They honestly could not have made this any easier. So what else did they do? I have said that the Momcozy Air1 is a hybrid between the Willow Go and the LV. Again, this isn't a comparison. This is just picking off details on different pumps and how they created their own. So the Willow Go has the collection cup that sits on the face of the hub, right? So we have that here. The LV has sensors. So I think one of the biggest things about the LV, one of the biggest draws, is that it can count your ounces. Problem with the LV is it trips out all the time. When the milk sloshes, it kills the sensor. It trips out sooner than it fills. It only, I believe it's a 4-ounce capacity. Don't quote me on that. I think it's a 4-ounce capacity, possibly 5. This guy is a 6-ounce capacity, and it has 5 sensors. So when they did this design, they, again, really thought of everything. This is not paid. I'm not trying to blow sunshine up anybody's back end. It's just a fact. So you've got your face hub and you've got 5 sensors. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And it measures the milk as it goes. And I will say, based on my several experiences so far, it's quite accurate. And the first time I used the app, I didn't know that it counted ounces. I had no idea. I don't remember seeing that anywhere. I don't even know if it's on the box. So when my timers timed out at 30 minutes, it said, check volume accuracy. And I was like, what? So I looked, it told me how many ounces were in my cups. I was honestly a little blown away. I was not expecting that. So I was like, okay, let's take it a step further. Let's see if it's actually accurate. And it was super accurate. So I was like, this is even cooler. Like nothing tripped out. I had no idea. Milk sloshing around, and it still got an accurate measurement. So that is pretty good. I will say, so in addition to this design, when you have something that is so slim, and this truly is very slim, you're going to have a shortened nipple tunnel. So it's really just inevitable. It's based on a design, and there's not much you can do to get around that. So when you have a slim design, you have a shortened tunnel. However, again, what they did, and I will give them a little bit of, cred here, well, a lot, because it was a smart move. When you take this off, it's pretty flat, right? So you're not putting your nipple in there. That's not your flange. The flange is going to be this insert. It's a 24 millimeter insert. It comes with additional inserts to reduce down But you slip this in and it has 2 ball bearings and it has a groove. So unlike other designs, which is similar to this, which I don't even think are made anymore, which would be the Motif Aura, the original, real terrible pump, a flat pancake of an insert flange sits in the motor. The problem is it's a flat pancake. What they did here, which was really smart on their end, is they put this in with the ability to snap in so it stays put. And then you can see it's an actual flange. So it's not super deep. It's certainly not flush. It does take in the breast well. And because it comes out a bit, you have more distance for your nipple. So yes, it is a shortened tunnel, but you gain a little bit with this flange. So again, another genius design. I'm going to leave it with this because those are truly like my high points that I wanted to hit. One last one that is worth noting, they have a stopper so it doesn't slosh out. I will say I had bent over to take care of one of my kids and I did get a little milk come out of the peephole. The peephole is necessary for the pressure of the suction to release, so it's not something that we want to plug up. It's something that we're going to have to leave as is. But all in all, like I can go, I'm not running, but I can move pretty swiftly and my milk can move around and it's not coming out because again, this is a really nice seal here. They did a good job. I got nothing bad to say. I like it. I don't think it's a true silicone flange, but again, I still need to use it more to gauge a really good opinion. But my first few times using this pump, I absolutely have nothing bad to say. No, I don't. Maybe I wish that it was a true silicone flange where I just like responded the best to it, but the design itself is genius. The flange is not my best friend, but we're getting there. I'm figuring out how to make it work for me. And believe me, I am. I'm trying different things and things are working out for me. So stay tuned. I will have a true review and a true comparison to other pumps in the time to come.